Sir, we found it. It's not easy to do what you did. You made my men look like a bunch of minimum wage mall cops. That's hurtful. Would you like to tell me where you received your training? Afghanistan? Chechnya? Who are you?
Make some noise! And the champion, reigning that is.
You are now listening to
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all across this poison world.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Freeman, and welcome back to Joshua vs. the Movies, where we react, review, and go against all your favorite movies. Today, the movie I'll be going against, standing in the red corner, standing about 6'3" tall, Thor. Thor came out in 2011 and was, of course, the first live-action Thor movie, as the movie goes through the origin of the title character. Thor ended up with positive reviews, and the movie managed to fit well in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But let's just see where this movie fits on the scale. The visuals and the stunts of the movie will represent how well the action scenes are and how well the CGI and costumes look. And the genre of the movie will of course be action. If you guys have any questions on the scoring template for each category, that'll be in the description below. But I think we're all set, so without further ado, let's get to the review.
Fight!
Round 1.
Once, mankind accepted a simple truth. That they were not alone in this universe. From a realm of cold and darkness came the frost giants. But humanity would not face this threat alone. Our armies drove the frost giants back into the heart of their own world. In the end, their king fell, and the source of their power was taken from them. When the last great war ended, we withdrew from the other worlds and returned home, Asgard. It was Asgard and its warriors that brought peace to the universe.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. I feel like I've seen this beginning storytelling expositional scene a lot in these otherworld type of movies. I mean, Wonder Woman, Black Panther, Thor, but since I guess Thor technically did it first, the movie gets a point too. So we'll both get a point on that one.
Fight!
Round 2.
Thor, my heir, do you swear to guard the 9 realms?
I swear.
Do you swear to cast aside all selfish ambition and to pledge yourself only to the good of the realm?
I swear!
I, Odin All-Father, proclaim you Frost Giants.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right there. With really just this early scene alone, the movie does well setting up Thor's character. He's portrayed as a cocky warrior thirsty for battle. But at the same time, how does Thor becoming king thing work? Does Thor become king when he turns 18? Or is it when Odin sees him worthy? It's just clear from the scene that Thor isn't mature enough to be king.
Fight!
Round 3.
Let's move.
Where are they?
Hiding. As cowards always do.
You've come a long way to die, Asgardians.
I am Thor, Odin's son.
We know who you are.
How did your people get into Asgard?
The House of Odin is full of traitors.
Do not dishonor my father's name with your lies.
Your father is a murderer and a thief.
Thor, stop and think. Look around you. We're outnumbered.
Know your place, brother.
You know not what your actions would unleash.
Come on, brother.
Run back home, little princess.
Dad.
Next. At least make it a challenge for me. Don't let him touch you!
Thor!
We must go! Then go! Open the bridge! Father! We'll finish them together!
Silence.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. This battle is pretty similar to the Captain Marvel battle scene on the other planet also, but this one is a bit better. I'm not a fan of the directing in this battle, as the camera is too close up on the action and the editing is all over the place. The directing in this movie isn't bad though. The action scenes are a bit shaky, but director Kenneth Branagh, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. He does well with other scenes, such as this moving camera shot while the actors are
What do you
talking.
see?
Stars.
Yeah, but not our stars. These are someone else's constellations.
Hey, check this out.
So with that, the movie earns a 0.7 out of 1.0 for directing.
Fight!
Round 4.
The Nine Realms laugh at us. If the old ways are done, you'd stand giving speeches while Asgard falls.
You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy!
Thor, Odin's son, through your arrogance and stupidity, you have opened these peaceful realms and innocent lives to the horror and desolation of war.
You are unworthy!
Of the loved ones you have betrayed. I now take from you your power. Cast you out!
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right there. I love the scene of Odin putting Thor in his place and then banishing him. Pretty much, Anthony Hopkins is the standout in the scene.
Fight!
Round 5.
Stop!
What am I?
You're my son.
What more than that? The casket wasn't the only thing you took from Jotunheim that day, was it?
No. In the aftermath of the battle, I went into the temple and I found a baby.
Why would you take me?
You were an innocent child.
No. You took me for a purpose. What was it?
Tell me!
I thought we could unite our kingdoms one day, but those plans no longer matter.
So I am no more than another stolen relic, locked up here until you might have use of me. You know, it all makes sense now why you favored Thor all these years. Because no matter how much you claim to love me, you could never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard. Guards! Guards, please help!
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right there. What a scene by Tom Hiddleston. I could have mentioned the actors in the last round, but I waited until this round because Chris Hemsworth is okay as Thor in this movie. He really shines more in the Avengers movies and Thor Ragnarok. But the standouts of this movie is Tom Hiddleston as Loki and Anthony Hopkins as Odin. They really do well as supporting characters, and Natalie Portman isn't bad either in the movie. And it's good that she's back for the new Thor movie. So with that, the movie earns a 1.0 out of 1.0 for actors and acting.
Fight!
Round 6.
I need a horse.
Hey, you still need a lift?
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Thor said goodbye to them to go find his hammer.
And this is where we say goodbye.
And then they got their stuff taken by S.H.I.E.L.D.
What the hell is going on here?
Miss Foster, I'm Agent Coulson with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
And then sat on the rooftop to talk about it.
Who are these people?
I knew the scientist, the pioneer in gamma radiation. S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up. He wasn't heard from again.
And Thor's just now going in there to find a horse? What was he doing the whole time? The movie just tried to cram Natalie Portman having a reason to drive Thor to the site.
Fight!
Round 7.
Agent down. We've got a perimeter breach.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right there. This is probably one of the best scenes in the movie. From the action to Thor finding out he's no longer worthy. This is also one of the best scenes visually in the movie also. The visuals and the stunts in the movie turn out to be alright though. Asgard didn't look bad, but it's still mainly all CGI. And there aren't that many great visuals of Thor in battle, except for this scene really. So with that, the movie earns a 0.3 out of 0.5 for visuals and stunts.
Fight!
Round 8.
Ensure my brother does not return. Destroy everything.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Let's talk about Loki's plan here. Loki becomes king because Thor is banished and Odin is in a coma or whatever. And Loki has a plan to eliminate the frost giants by tricking them. But why is Loki really worried about Thor? He already told Thor,
Father is dead. Your banishment, threat of a new war. It was too much for him to bear.
Not to mention it was kind of stupid telling him Odin was dead. He could have just told him he was in Odin's sleep. And Thor was obviously broken by what Loki told him. So I just think it was kind of pointless to send a destroyer to try and kill Thor. He was still banished no matter what, and Loki had final say on his return.
Fight!
Round 9.
Keep it distracted.
must return to Asgard. You have to stop Loki. Taking their lives will gain you nothing. So take mine and end this.
No!
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. The final battle isn't anything special. The Destroyer's intent is to kill Thor, but backhands him in order for him to become worthy again and win the fight. The action in this movie isn't anything special either, but it's okay. A lot of the action scenes in the beginning had the camera too close up on it and the editing was a lot. Thor fighting to get his hammer was a good scene, but this last scene lacks any real special action. So with that, the movie earns a 0.3 out of 0.5 for action.
Fight!
Final round, round 10.
Jotunheim apart.
Why have you done this?
To prove to Father that I am the worthy son.
You can't kill an entire race.
Why not? I only ever wanted to be your equal.
I will not fight you, brother! Loki, this is madness.
Is it madness? Is it? Come on, what happened to you on Earth that turned you so soft? Don't tell me it was that woman. Or maybe when we're finished here, I'll pay her a visit myself. Brother, please.
I could have done it, Father! For you! For all of us!
No, Loki.
Loki, no!
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right there. This final battle isn't bad as Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth play great off each other in this scene. Just like how Tony went through a character evolution in the first Iron Man film, Thor has gone through a similar character evolution. From childhood, Thor had everything handed to him, which made him spoiled and arrogant. He was almost handed the throne after not being ready, and then tried to prove to his father through war that he was ready. Even the Frost Giant said,
"You're nothing but a boy, trying to prove himself a man."
And then when he finds out he's not worthy after he can't lift the hammer, that humbles him and forces him to change his behavior. Thor is even humbled to the point that he actually sacrifices himself. But not due to some thirst for battle though, but to save the people he cares about. He even tells Sif,
"Sif, you've done all you can.
Stories will be told of this day.
Live and tell those stories yourself."
So this movie does a good job with Thor's character, even though his character doesn't actually really lighten up until Age of Ultron. So there you guys have it. That's my match against Thor. It seems like the origin story is good enough as I end up losing this one in a close match. We're not done yet though. Let's go check out the final numbers. Okay, so when it comes to the numbers of the movie, we have the actors, the visuals and the stunts, the directing, and the action. There was an editing issue in the middle of the movie, but it didn't impact the entire movie. So the editing will be a 0.3 out of 0.3. When it comes to the score, there wasn't much of a score in the movie either, so that'll remain a 0.0 out of 0.2. As for the plot and the story of Thor, I think it's an underrated movie in Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thor's origin story doesn't turn out to be as good as Tony Stark's Iron Man. The movie is still good with displaying his characters, with the standout performance of Tom Hiddleston as Loki. And also the other supporting characters weren't bad either. Anthony Hopkins as Odin, and Natalie Portman also. Thor's origin story is put together well, but what hinders it is the convoluted plot by Loki. So with that, the movie ends up with a 0.8 out of 1.0 for plot and story. So now that we have all the numbers, let's add them up. The movie ends up with a 3.4 out of 4.5, and that gives it a B++ rating. So there you guys have it. That's my movie review of Thor. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Also, let me know which movie you want me to go against. Next week, the gang teams up as I face off against the squad themselves.
There was an idea called the Avengers Initiative.
But until then, this is Joshua Freeman. This has been Joshua vs. the Movies. I'm going to see you guys on the next match. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into the video. If you guys like what you saw, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you guys want to check out more content, don't forget to visit the page. And I'm going to see you guys on the next match.